An early Wednesday morning rollover claims the life of a Scotts Bluff County man. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, one man was killed and another injured early Wednesday in a one-vehicle crash in the southeast corner of Scotts Bluff County. Sheriff Mark Overman says deputies and other emergency personnel were called to a reported rollover near County Road U and County Road 36 shortly before 4:30 a.m. Wednesday. The driver, 32-year-old Stephen Teniente, was ejected and died from his injuries at the scene, and 27-year-old passenger Garrett Lemaitre suffered what were reported as minor injuries. The investigation determined the vehicle was westbound on County Road U when the driver lost control and entered the south ditch, causing it to slide sideways and roll 1.5 times. Valley Ambulance transported Lemaitre to Regional West Medical Center. Neither of the occupants were wearing seatbelts, and alcohol is being investigated as a factor in the crash. Well, the first human case of West Nile virus for the Panhandle has been reported as of Wednesday. PPHD health officials say there are now 2 human cases of the illness in the state, along with 1 case of human blood donor positive. They say the best way to prevent infection from West Nile is to prevent mosquito bites, recommending that you take steps including the use of an appropriate mosquito repellent like DEET, wearing long-sleeve shirts and pants, avoiding dawn and dusk activities, and eliminating standing water to reduce mosquito breeding sites. PPHD says those over 50 or with weakened immune systems are most vulnerable to the disease and are more likely to experience serious consequences. Well, coming up after the break, some scattered showers today. Any more on the horizon? The Lawyers got your Thursday evening forecast right after the break here on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
It's that ducky time of year again. The 24th Annual United Way of Western Nebraska Rubber Duck Draw is Saturday, September 18th at the 18th Street Plaza in downtown Scotts Bluff. Grand prize is a 2021 Toyota RAV4 from Team Auto Center. Second place, a 2021 Honda Pioneer 520 side-by-side from Sandberg Honda, plus 38 other exciting prizes. Adopt your duck today for just $10 at Team Auto Center, First State Bank, Main Street Market, the United Way office, or online this year at uwwn.org/duck.
Dusty Tuckness. He's the GOAT, the greatest bullfighter of all time. Dusty can't just wing it. He trains, he prepares. He's real smart and real tough. At Renewal by Anderson, we honor people like Dusty Tuckness, good people who do great things. Renewal by Anderson is proud to sponsor Dusty Tuckness, the greatest of all time, the GOAT, who would never put up with any bull.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, an active evening coming here across the areas. We're going to see thunderstorms through the evening hours and into the early nighttime hours tonight. Some of those could be strong to severe, heavy rain out there as well. We've already seen some of that, and we've got more coming over the next couple of hours. So severe storms with heavy rain, cool again tomorrow, but we should start to warm up, especially Sunday through Tuesday. 99 was our high yesterday, missed a record by just 1 degree. Nothing in the rain gauge here, but we've got some coming in more out here. You can see where the thunderstorms have already cooled temperatures off. We've got 80s, even 90 degrees there at Valentine. off to the central and eastern portions of the state, 68 in Casper and Laramie. And look here across the region, 69 in Lusk, 91 in Valentine. So what is going on is that frontal system is draped across the area here. And when you get to the other side of that frontal system, that is where we're seeing the heavy rain on the back side of it. But again, right in this general area, you can see where that front is climbing and pushing to the east. And that's also where some of the strong winds are with the arrival of that front and then the strong to severe thunderstorms that are going to continue across the area. Here it is, the severe weather threat tonight across the region for the next couple of hours before severe weather threat should wane. But we're looking at a small chance of a couple of tornadoes, but a better chance of hail, high winds, and even the possibility of some flooding rains, thanks in large part to training thunderstorms. That severe threat moves further to the east and then out of here as we get into Saturday, as we're going to stay pretty dry across the area. Look at these lines of thunderstorms rolling across the region here tonight. More activity could be possible throughout the nighttime hours. You'll notice the rain hangs on and just continues to rain over the same areas, and that is going to prompt some flash flooding concerns, especially in central portions of the Sandhills tonight. 50s to near 60 for lows here in the low 60s in central Nebraska. For tomorrow, we could have a morning shower or storm. Those should quickly move out by mid-morning, and we'll be clearing skies across the area. It's going to be windy tomorrow, and it's going to feel like fall, a touch of fall out there. We're only going to see highs. Some areas, I think, are going to struggle to get out of the 60s, to be honest with you. Lusk at 63. We'll call it low to mid-70s for most of us here tomorrow across the region. Now, the precip forecast, it's going to be difficult to pinpoint where exactly the precip's going to fall. We'll paint these numbers on here for you, but we're looking at some heavy rainfall in training areas across the region. Some issues with this map coming up here, but we are looking for rainfall totals anywhere from a quarter of an inch, maybe less in some areas, 2-3 inches not out of the question in others. As you could see here, maybe 1 to 2 inches in some areas where those thunderstorms train across the same region. Let's hope we can get in to some of that and not get too much in some areas. Widespread storms, some severe with heavy rain, 57 tonight for a low. Tomorrow, a morning storm maybe, otherwise just cool and windy. 76 is your high. Look at Friday night's lows, down into the mid and upper 40s. We'll be in the mid-80s on Saturday, back to near 90 by Sunday. Monday, Tuesday next week in the mid-90s, and then we slip back into the upper 80s for Wednesday and Thursday. Stay weather aware across the region tonight.
June 21st through June 27th is National Lightning Awareness Week. Make sure to protect your family and yourself from lightning. It's always a good idea to install lightning rods on homes and surge protectors in the home. Remember that lightning can strike many miles ahead of a storm front. Be aware of weather forecasts and watch for developing thunderstorms. So when thunder roars, head indoors. This message is brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power District, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
Some people think Allstate only protects your car. Here's the truth. Allstate can also protect your home or apartment, as well as your boat, motorcycle, RV, and snowmobile, and even your retirement and your life. Not many insurance companies can say that, but Allstate can.
Bundle and save with Allstate. In Gearing, call Allstate agent Michael Engelhop for a quote today at 308-436-2123.
This is John. He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor. John runs with us. Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 3 Series tractor with 0% APR for 72 months at your local John Deere dealer, 21st Century Equipment. For additional cost information, visit any one of our 16 locations in western Nebraska, eastern Colorado, or eastern Wyoming, or visit us online at 21stcenturyequipment.com. See dealer for details. Offer expires 10/30/2021.
Welcome back. Nebraska U.S. Senator Deb Fischer is taking the Biden administration to task for their handling of the withdrawal from Afghanistan, saying what is taking place the last several days is disgraceful, chaotic, and has led to a dangerous situation. Fischer tells KNB News she still has not heard of a plan on how to address what's happening in that country, and the complete lack of apparent planning has been unconscionable.
You would think when you had set a date, as the president did, at the end of August, we'd be out. that there would have been opportunities for months to be able to take out guns, ammunition, helicopters, Humvees that were all left behind, and certainly that there would have been plans put into place to get our people out.
Fisher says the president and his staff need to stop blaming others for what has happened and start taking decisive action, including working with allies to make sure Americans and cooperating Afghans can be removed from the country safely. Well, nearly 20 fire departments in the region provided crews and equipment to battle a large grass fire that broke out just east of Angora Tuesday afternoon. According to the Bayard Volunteer Fire Department's social media pages, they were called to what was described as a very swift-moving fire that ended up with approximately 45 pieces of firefighting equipment and 80 volunteers from 17 departments fighting the flames, as well as aerial resources. They say surveys of the fire estimated damage to 6,000 acres after containment lines were secured around the perimeter several hours after the initial call, and the scene was eventually returned to control of the landowners impacted. Alliance fire officials say they were among the departments that received a mutual aid request shortly after 4 p.m. Authorities have not released any information on a suspected cause of that fire. And Nebraska has confirmed that its football program is under NCAA investigation. According to the Action Network, the Cornhuskers allegedly had analysts working in improper roles during games and practices and unauthorized off-campus workouts dating back 1 year. There is allegedly video footage confirming practice violations occurring in the presence of head coach Scott Frost and other assistants. Frost has gone 12-20 in 3 years, and the program has had 4 straight losing seasons. Well, coming up after the break, the start of the high school fall sports season getting underway. Chris Cottrell has more from the sports desk right after this.
My name is Angela and I'm with Langer Industrial Services. There's a huge technology part in metal, just with all the programs we use, running the scale and paying people, all the software. He does 24/7 ransomware monitoring, making sure the programs run smoothly, making sure everything's running properly. So it's nice to have Jeremy there to call when things go wrong. He's always there right away. He's, within 30 minutes he shows up.
ERH Technology Solutions, we make technology work for you.
Morrill County Community Hospital and the behavioral health providers are here to help. Amber Dean specializes in mental health care, which includes medication and therapy across a person's lifespan. Melody Lacey helps people deal with a wide range of behavioral problems, from depression and anxiety to child psychiatry. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time. At Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska. Exceptional care right here at home.
In boots, new and old, you've walked the rows of life, a fence length of time. You fought the floods, snow, and sweltering heat, and lifted breathing and settled pain. With a smile and a cry, you've strengthened your community and future generations. Sometimes with nothing to say. Often can't say enough. Like, let me do it again.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
Fall sports teams are opening up respective seasons this weekend. We start with high school softball today and the start of the year for both Gering and Scotts Bluff. Gering will open up today at the North Platte Triangular under the direction of a first-year head coach. That is Zach Ostergaard.
We have 5 seniors and then some younger girls too that suited up last year as well. So, we graduated 3 of them last year, some pretty solid players, but we have a lot of girls that'll fill those roles, and, we're going to compete every game, I believe.
Gering lost star pitcher Maddie Weiss to graduation off last year's team. She plays collegiately now, so where does all the production come from in the circle for Gering?
We haven't quite decided on a rotation yet, but we have, Sarah Weiss. She'll be competitive for us. We have Briley Dean coming back. She hasn't thrown for 2 years, but, she's one of our competitive, more athletic girls that she'll fill in that role. And then we have Aspen Elson as well. So we're kind of deciding, who's going to fit the best in which game we play.
After the games today in North Platte, the Bulldogs will play at the Aurora Invite coming up tomorrow. The Scotts Bluff softball team figures to be the power in the Panhandle, while also wanting to make some big picture noise in Class B at the end of the season. Dan Fox's team last year went 25-8, and they bring back some serious offensive firepower this year, led by standout seniors Brady Lockemer and Mariah Avila.
You know, really all the seniors, but you know, Brady, you know, she's taking the lead there with her leadership. You know, she wants to go to state, and the goals are high for us. And you know, we missed it a little bit last year, so you know, I think she's going to leave it off the field. I think Mariah does the same every time she comes on the field. She plays at a high pace, 110%. So that carried over with all the seniors and the returning players from last year. So yeah, a lot of goals for those girls, and I think they'll be ready to play on Friday.
Scotts Bluff got beat in a district final last year against Seward, just missing out on a trip to state. Similar to Gering, the top pitching is gone, with Avery Fox and Kimber Schallenberger graduating last spring.
You know, I got a bunch of girls that are competing, and they had a great summer, and that's what I'm excited about. With the travel coaches and the coaches here, we've been working on that pitching, and I think we're going to surprise a lot. We'll have a pitching by committee, basically. There's about 4 girls, Liz, Aubrey, Tatum, and Hecka. They're looking really good this summer, so I expect they're going to get better throughout the fall season.
Scotts Bluff at Lexington. That'll be a single game tomorrow. And then the Lady Cats at the Lex Invite. They'll stay overnight and play in that invite on Saturday. And we finish out today's update with WNCC Volleyball. They got a number 8 national preseason ranking ahead of their opening season trip this weekend to Council Bluffs, Iowa. Benny Canales has 6 returners and 12 newcomers set to head east to Iowa Western.
Level's going to be high. Indian Hills, top 20. Iowa Western, defending national champions. Jefferson is there, and I'm not sure who the last one we play is, but it'll be a fun tournament, and we'll know exactly how good we are really quick.
That 4th team will be the opener tomorrow when they take on Utah State Eastern. Chuck Schwartz has all 4 matches this weekend on KOZY 1013. Pregame tomorrow for that opening match of the year at 1:45. That's the latest today from right here at the FNBO TV Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. We'll have more with Ryan right after this on KNEB.TV.
New looks and new decor can be found at Compliments for You and Your Home. Check out the newest styles from Tribal, Charlie B, Ethel, and more. Compliments also has the shoes, purses, and jewelry for any occasion. Plus, right now, get 20% off all clearance apparel. While here, take a look at our solar lights and felt birdhouses. Finally, visit our newest addition, Katie Chandler and her salon. All this at Compliments for You and Your Home, 1708 Broadway, downtown Scotts Bluff.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
At Platte Valley Bank, we realize the way people want to bank in the future may be different than it has been. As comfort levels and desires vary by person, banking may be different for some, yet not for others. We offer the best of both worlds, a traditional banking experience with our friendly tellers and an online or mobile banking option with features that you can personalize and utilize anytime, anywhere you go. So you can bank how you want, when you want, and from where you want to. Platte Valley Bank.
And finally tonight, a little-known IT manager from Omaha has been making the rounds of the state, seeking to shake up the race for the Republican nomination to become Nebraska's next governor. Breland Ridenour has made stops in the Panhandle, meeting with local party members and the public to discuss his candidacy. At the Rural Radio Scotts Bluff studios, he explained he made the decision to run because he has not seen other candidates that, in his opinion, best represent the interests of the state or himself as a native Nebraskan.
Those are candidates that have a really strong backbone, that are willing to say what needs to be said and do what needs to be done. I think that's for a number of reasons, and reputation can affect that, whether it be a corporate or business reputation or whether it be a political reputation. And I, not having any of those, am free to speak and do what needs to be done without pulling any punches.
He says, like other GOP gubernatorial candidates, he is opposed to critical race theory, the draft sex education standards under development, and the Biden 30 by 30 plan, but he takes a 360-degree view of the issues, meaning he looks to find the common agenda behind the issues and identify problems at the source in an effort to find solutions. You can find out more about him at ridenourforgovernor.com. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.